Well, hello. That was welcome to Waterfall Live. Surprise!
Hello, Your Majesty. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you, Your Majesty?
I'm super duper. Well, let's get on with it.
All right. Well, let's start things off with our land acknowledgement. Oh, hold on. I just lost it. The city of Hamilton and surrounding areas is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase of 1792 between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the city of Hamilton and surrounding areas are home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand our roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers. We stand in solidarity with murdered and missing Indigenous women, girls, transgender, and Two-Spirit people. Done.
Nicely done. Nicely
done. Well, I sped through that. I apologize, but I was nervous. How are you? Welcome back to Waterfall. Oh my God.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to you and Katana and the team for inviting me back to co-host. Now that Ontario's kind of went back a little bit, so I have Thursdays off. So this is fun, and I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Yeah. Does it feel a little deja vu like?
It does. So it was really exciting for me today to put the lights back up. We're kind of backdrop.
Who is that on your backdrop?
Might be a trivia question. I don't know.
Oh, all right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that.
Maybe it's me.
Oh, it could be.
Maybe.
I feel it looks like one of our guests, to be totally honest with you.
How are you doing? How's your reign going? You guys are doing fantastic things in these crazy times.
Yeah, it's been very exciting, and you are not wrong when you say things get a little bit crazy with new announcements. And I mean, we went through this quite a bit last year with your reign as ICP, where things kind of have to get shuffled around last minute. But I think we're handling it. Let's
not. You're doing a fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just looking at our script.
I'm totally lost in the script. I'm not going to lie. Anybody who thinks this is easy is wrong.
I know you're doing fantastic, baby. Let's talk about your charities for a minute.
Excellent. So our charities, I believe that we're going to put up a little thing here. Our charities this year are Pride Niagara, Spectrum from Waterloo, the Hamilton Regional Indian Center, as well as the McMaster Children's Hospital Foundation Adolescent Medicine Outpatient Gender Diversity Clinic. So any money, if anybody wants to give us money tonight, that's where it's going to go to.
And you can just do that for all of our Canadian folks out there. waterfallempire@gmail.com. I miss saying that. Or for all of our American family members, paypal.me/waterfallempire.
Excellent. So, so I think we're going to take a little look back since this is the first Waterfall Live in 2022, a brand spanking new year, starting things off with a fresh start. What's the best thing to do? Let's look back on last year. I know it seems ironic, doesn't it? So, what were some of your favorite things from last year?
You know, I have to say, you and Katana have really out of the gate came swinging, and it's been fantastic. And you've taken some of the virtual world, but some in-person stuff going on. One of my favorite parts of this reign so far was Halloween, and the way you bubbled people to rehearse and stuff, and then you put on that amazing Halloween. Let's talk about the Halloween for a minute. What was it called one more time?
Night of Evil Drag. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, where we took all of the musical numbers from Evil Dead the musical, and we definitely had to bubble everybody. We were around each other for a very long time, it seemed, but very quick. A lot of time spent in a very quick amount of time, and we practiced and we recorded and we edited, and hopefully people enjoyed that show. It was a lot of fun. I edited probably some of my favorite numbers of all time in that. There was a fantastic number with Empress Monro, as well as ICP from, was he ICP last year? No, I was ICP last year. Anyway, Charles. It was called Housewares Employee, and it was a lovely, lovely romantic song between the two of them. I edited in my best Glamour Shots way, and I loved it. It was probably, and I wasn't even in it, and it was my favorite number I've ever edited.
Fantastic. Well, we have some amazing guests tonight.
We do. I'm very excited about some. We just mentioned one.
We do. You know, I just want to say we're going to take a little bit of, as Monroe would say, a little bit of history repeated. So last year we had this really cool thing. You might hear a clock go off in the background. A clock that was gifted to me from Monroe, that belonged to Empress Rob and Sophia Daring. So one of the fun things we did last year is every time that clock went off, everybody at home typed in hashtag Team Waterfall Empire. So I have a feeling that clock might go off once or twice during the show. So everybody at home, we can't wait to see your hashtag Team Waterfall Empires.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. So because this is the first show of 2022, I think that possibly we should discuss New Year's resolutions. Are you a resolutions person, or are you an anti-resolutions person?
Oh, I make them. You know, I was thinking because I got to peek at the script a little bit tonight, so I was thinking, what are my resolutions going to be? And
I thought one of us did. I am fine.
My first one was going to be, I'm going to make sure my socks match, but we all know that ain't happening.
What's the point?
No, because I'm thought into it, and I'm going to set myself up to laugh more. I'm going to make sure I'm putting myself in the right environment and the right places just to laugh. You know, I since the last few months, I've been in a really good place, and I'm just having a really good time, and I'm laughing lots, and so I'm going to keep that energy up.
Excellent. I have 2 resolutions this year, not related. So my first resolution is to stop lying, and my second resolution is to quit wrestling tigers.
Oh,
no relation. Kidding. Actually, last year I didn't make a resolution. I just decided to stop eating meat sometime around Boxing Day last year, and this year it hasn't started yet. So it's my 3rd week of January resolution.
Let's not use this tiger thing. Does that also count for cougars? Because I have a few cougars in my life.
Yeah, maybe I'll stop fighting cougars too. Sorry, I'm totally lost now. So I'm going to stop eating. Actually, I'm going to go totally vegan, hopefully by the 3rd week of January.
Sweet. I guess one of the, for New Year's Eve, that was going to make the resolutions, but there was some sad news. The end of 2021. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, we lost like a serious icon in entertainment and all across the board of entertainment in Betty White, and like what a fabulous performer. We're going to do a little bit of a tribute later on, as well as maybe some Betty White trivia. So everybody get your fingers ready for typing in those answers.
Hi, Victor.
So and I like to think that possibly she took out 2021. It wasn't any bearing on what 2022 was going to be. You saw a lot of negativity about 2022 is going to suck because this is how it started. No. She ended 2021 with a bang. So that's it, done. Put it behind us. Let's look forward. And we are going to, I believe, talk a little later on about the Betty White challenge, and we're gonna put out a challenge to all of our sister courts in our diamond courts. I'm sorry, to do some fundraising on behalf of Betty White.
Yes, fantastic.
Looking forward to that. Always an excuse to fundraise.
It's what we do. It's what we do best.
It's what we do. So are we ready? Are we about ready to bring on our first guest?
I'm super excited. It's my sister. I love her. Yes, let's bring her on.
Absolutely. Please welcome Empress Monro. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Better now you're here. How are you?
We're doing well. Well, I'm doing well. I'm talking for Miss Drew.
Okay.
I'm well. Well.
Excellent. First and foremost, congratulations. You sold your house.
I sold my house, bought a condo. I will be mortgage free in about 2 weeks. Of everything.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
no mortgage.
fantastic.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a
I
little
actually-
bittersweet for the rest of us that you sold your house because
I
you
know.
used it so much. And thank you so much for offering it to us. For if anybody did watch A Night of Evil Drag, the cabin in the woods was all filmed in Monroe's backyard. So thank you so much.
So many good times. So
Yeah,
many
it's
good times on that property.
years. 20 years I've been there. So 20 years of good times. And we truly had some major parties back there.
Yeah. And
And
you're adjusting well to the condo.
I love it so far. Yes.
And more importantly, how is Olivia adjusting to the condo?
She has become a goddess. She's just laying around and putting her stuff everywhere. Like everywhere. I can't, I've got to get rid of everything I own that's black because it's just now covered in her stuff.
Yeah.
She's loving it. Yeah. She's good. And thank you for asking. And thanks for mentioning it. Yeah.
So
We do love your
we do have a fantastic script, and I do want to thank Stephanie for putting together the script. The next question, I actually happen to know the answer to, but I'm not sure if everybody else does. Because tonight's theme is all about New Year's resolutions. What did you do for New Year's Eve, Monroe?
For New Year's Eve, I didn't do a whole lot. I just gathered with some friends down at a local pub, and we had some champagne, a little show. We were actually at the well. And we brought New Year's Eve in with the Well Girls, which is Kennedy St. James and Claudia Silver. It was a fantastic evening. It couldn't have been better. And there was even a RuPaul Drag Race celebrity, shall we say, there. Alana Verley was with us that night. So it was a great night. Oh, there's a wonderful picture of the four of us. I love that picture.
Yes, you all look fabulous.
Yes, I
was there
agree.
that night. It was a wonderful show.
You were. It was a wonderful evening, and we, with the new COVID rules, we were all home by before midnight.
Wasn't it wonderful?
It really sort of was cool. Getting up the next day, no big deal. It was wonderful.
Every year from now on, I'm going to celebrate New Year's at 9:00. It's perfect.
I think that's a great idea. It's a perfect senior New Year.
So for all our RuPaul or Drag Race fans in the audience, what was Alona like?
She was very, very pleasant. Very pleasant indeed. From where I was backstage, everyone was polite to each other and very respectful, and I would say somewhat toned down. As we go upstairs and get with the crowd and get on stage is a whole different subject, but she was respectful and polite, and I haven't met a RuPaul Drag Race girl yet that hasn't been wonderful and nice and respectful and polite.
Awesome. Do you do New Year's resolutions? And if so, what was yours this year, if you don't mind sharing?
I do not do them. I do not believe in them. As a matter of fact, I absolutely deny that they exist. And I'm going to deny I was even on this show because of the theme of the show. But I do honestly believe that come the new year, we all feel like it's time to do better. We all want to rejuvenate and we all want to do better. So some people call that New Year's resolutions. Myself, I know that like this year, what I want to do is I want to learn about how the stock market worked and things like that, much more than what I know now. And I know a little bit now. So not just a matter of sitting down and watching the TSS on a daily thing. I want to know how markets are working, investments. I need to understand that stuff a lot more than I do. So I'm going to do some reading.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great resolution.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you, instead of making a resolution per se, what are you looking forward to for 2022? Like, do you have any travel plans or, anything like that?
I do have travel plans, so I'm looking forward to that. I did want to mention, I want to drink a little less for this year as well. Excuse me. No, I do. I'm going to actually, with our court, with Waterfall Empire, I'm traveling to Vancouver in March, going to attend their 50th celebration, 50th years, the Dogwood Monarchist Society. Looking forward to that. And then in April, I'm going to, with some fellow Hamilton Empire Waterfall Empire members going off to Calgary. And we're going to celebrate their set. Yes, I know. We'll talk
I'm
about
excited.
shortly. I booked my room today, but yeah, I'm really, really excited about that too. So it's just a weekend away because I don't want to do COVID, number one. Just keeps me close to home. Olivia keeps me close to home too. I don't like to leave her. Yeah.
Are you both going to Calgary together?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And you're not going unattended, right?
No.
Oh,
I feel like we're very attended, actually. I think there's quite a few people going.
Okay. All right. I remember a story of Monro in Calgary, and I remember, what did they forget again, Monro?
Me. Got me. They left me. This was a great war story. It was Chantal and Robin. And we were at the hotel in Calgary, and they had what you call the inside garage was a roundabout. So the parking garage was a big roundabout in the hotel. It was the International Hotel. And somehow I got into the parking garage saying goodbye to people, and they left and I came back. I didn't have a key to get back into the hotel, and I couldn't get back into the hotel. I tried every single floor of this parking lot and I could not get back in. I was standing there literally crying a little. I'm gonna admit, I was thinking, oh my fucking God, they've forgotten about me. I'm stuck in this parking lot. I don't know how to get out. It's Sunday. There's no security. There's no guard. There's no nothing. Finally, a car pulls out of nowhere and says, Monro, you want to lift somewhere? And I said, yes, take me to the local gay club where those bitches are that left me here. Yeah, they ended up calling the club saying, did you forget anything?
Chantal is screaming in all caps in the back room. Oh my God, why do I keep getting the blame for this? Her arms are flailing and all of that. But yeah, she said, someone said, hey, Hamilton, did you forget something? Like your Empress?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Hey, Hamilton, did you forget anything? And by the time we got to the club, I was just mortified that they had actually forgotten me. Just mortified.
You should be. They should feel horrible.
And I was reigning that year. It's not like I'm supposed to be forgotten.
Well, we're going this year, and Emperor Buck is coming with us, so I fully expect to be left somewhere, if not locked in a closet or chained to a stairwell or something somewhere. By Emperor
And
Buck.
Stephanie is going too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Stephanie can't find doors though, so it's okay. She can't lock me in anywhere. She gets herself locked in.
Excellent.
I'm the time coronations. I'm the well-behaved one.
I am so well-behaved. It's ridiculous. So.
Fantastic. Monro, you've been doing some amazing stuff on YouTube. Where else can we find you and all your fans find you? You're everywhere.
Every Friday night at the Well. Now, we are going to continue as soon as this latest little thing with COVID has finished. And they're saying maybe the end of January. We'll just have to keep our eye on the numbers. And I truly hope everyone stays healthy and stays safe during this time. But yes, Friday nights at the Well. It's Steel Town Fridays with Monro. We do all sorts of fun things. The most fun thing we do is I just perform my ass off. It really is a Monro marathon. And I get to have a guest each week. So in February, I do know that D Love is booked from Hamilton, our Destiny, as we used to call her back in the day. And I'm really excited about that. And a lot of people are excited to see her again that are local. So looking forward to it. Thanks for asking.
Fantastic. Well, Nathan, should we do a little trivia on the Empress?
I think we should. In lieu of the icon Betty White, let's do some Betty White trivia with our Empress.
Uh-oh.
How are you with Betty White? Are you a fan?
I'm maybe the later Betty White. Definitely, I knew some stuff with Golden Girls.
Excellent. Were you ever a fan of? I loved her on Mary Tyler Moore.
I remember her on Mary Tyler Moore, but
she was very friendly, we'll say.
With Ed Asner.
Well, any gentleman, really. She was very friendly.
That
was her whole shtick. Yeah.
What we would call a slut.
Yeah, she's real slutty. Yeah, she's
But
slutty.
we're not allowed to slut shame because I'm
Oh
here.
no, she was very proud of it. It's okay. I think she was the first one to not slut shame on
I
television.
think it would be the first time I ever heard my mother use words like that when she would watch the shows, because you know she would get caught right up in the episodes. My mother would.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't understand her character until I went back and watched it like years later on, because I was too young to understand that that's what she was getting at. But yeah, she's fantastic. So do you want to start?
Sure. Okay. And everybody at home, please help her out. So this is for everybody. See if Monroe can come up with the answers. We're going to do this throughout the show tonight. So we have about 6 or 7 questions for you. Do your best, girl. How long did Betty's career span for?
I'm going to say 80 years.
I would give her that. It was well over 70 years.
Yes.
For Betty White.
Yay! Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We'll do those later, Chantel. Chantel's working our back room tonight. Thank you so much, Chantel.
Hey, Chantel.
So I'm gonna kind of reword this question, not how it's phrased here, but do you know what Betty White's real first name was? Or if Betty was short for anything?
Oh my God, I've watched the biography so many times and I should know the answer to this, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Her real name was Betty. Betty's usually short for Elizabeth, but her name was in fact Betty.
No. What was it? What was the answer?
Betty. Betty is her real first name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not short for anything. Not short for Elizabeth. Not short for anything.
That was a tricky
question. You misled me.
I did.
Okay. What Guinness World Record did Betty break in 2014? And again, everybody at home, help us out.
I'm going to say the longest. I'm going to say the world record.
Yeah.
World record.
It was a Guinness World Record, yeah.
We know all about that, don't we, Shannon?
We do. So does Monroe.
So does Monroe, yeah.
Yeah.
Longest? Oh my God. Longest living actress? TV?
You're so close. So close.
Oh,
yeah.
Longest
TV career.
living working actress.
Yeah. Now, follow-up question. And I mean, that was still 7 years ago, and she was still working. So she no one's going to hit that record, probably ever. Follow-up question: what Guinness Book of World Record did Monroe break in 2012? You know the answer, Brad.
That was the largest group drag number ever performed.
Yay! Absolutely.
I knew the director personally. That's how I got in.
That's right. Yeah, you were actually voluntold. Most people were. What famous parade did Betty host from 1962 until 1971?
The Macy's parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Turkey dinner in this case. Thanksgiving.
What TV show did Betty and Rue McLennan had previously worked together on prior to Golden Girls?
Oh, Maude. They wrote together on Maude. Rue McCullahan was on Maude. Okay, then I'm going to say there was another one they were both on too.
You're close, I think.
I think it was Rue McClanahan and B. Arthur that were both on Maude.
Yeah, they were both on Maude, Rue McClanahan and B. Arthur. So Betty and Rue McClanahan were.
Dwayne has it. Kirsten Glass from London, St. Mary's, Mama's Family.
Oh, okay. Of course, yeah. With Carol Burnett and Vicki Lawrence.
Yes.
Betty White. Yeah.
One more for you. Hit it, Nathan.
And our last question for Empress Monro before we move to our audience members. What is Betty White's natural hair color?
She's a ginger.
She's a brunette.
I have a follow-up question. To everybody at home. What is Empress Monroe's natural hair color?
Nobody knows. Nobody's that old.
I have no idea. All right, you're not Ginger, right? No.
Monroe, thank you so much for joining us. What a great interview. You always just bring it in. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you, and we'll see you at the well. Awesome. So are we going to ask?
Did you just try to high five her? Because that was
I
cute.
did. No, I was saying bye. I like to
Okay.
wave. My high five. That's my thing. It's my shtick. The high five.
Oh, there was more trivia. I think we missed it. Okay.
No, we've got some for the people at home. So for the people at home watching, let's see who can get these quickest. How many times was Betty married? Does anybody know how many times? You don't really hear too much about husbands and whatnot. She was dating Ryan Reynolds there for a while, though.
I think we need Christine Neal. I don't see her in the room. Can somebody tag Christine Neal? Because she's really good at trivia. Oh,
Darryl has answered, and he has answered correctly. Darryl's a guest later on our show. The answer is 3. She's been married 3 times.
By the way, again, everybody at home, if you're just joining us, this is Waterfall Live. If you'd like to donate to this year's charities, you can just e-transfer waterfallempire@gmail.com. No password is required. Or paypal.me/waterfallempire, going to 4 amazing charities of Katana and Nathan's Choice this year. Every cent does help.
We want your money. I'm not gonna lie. Just send it to us. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to just beg at points. Just putting that out there. So let's go to another question. What game show? Let's see if you know the answer to this. Don't look at your script. What game show did Betty meet her husband number 3 on? Thank you, Richard, for sending in a donation. Rick Renault, Emperor from London.
Your Majesty, thank you. I can't get over the fact that she was married 3 times. Actually, I did a little research on Betty White too, and the story of her very last husband was just beautiful, and she never married again. And it was, and now I believe that she is actually going to be lying with him for eternity back in Wisconsin.
Oh wow! So do you know where she met him in your research?
I don't.
She met him on the game show Password.
Oh, I remember that show.
That's a fantastic show. It's a fantastic game to play at home too, people. I love it. It just says Facebook user, so allow us to see who you are.
Was it Jake Fox?
What's that?
I think Jake Fox had a password.
Jake Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a Facebook user, so I don't know. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for joining us for our Betty White trivia right now. Did you want to ask the next question?
Sure, I sure do. What famous show did Betty get the opportunity to host based on a Facebook campaign? What famous show did Betty get the opportunity to host based on a Facebook campaign? I had no idea it was a Facebook campaign.
Yeah, and this was pretty much the resurgence of her career. Like, she was doing things like Hot in Cleveland and things like that, but she exploded because of this Facebook campaign. And I want to say it might be Jake again, but Justin got it as well. It's Saturday Night Live. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is Justin James Grundy. He's actually a person from the Tri-Cities. I think he resides a little bit north right now, but he was actually a volunteer for Tri-Pride here in the Kitchener. And I'm so happy he's here tonight.
Justin James
Hi,
Grundy.
Justin.
Nice.
Bam. What a great night.
Someone said the WWE. I would have paid money to see Betty White host a WWE event. That would have been fantastic.
I'm kind of, I've seen some of the commercials and spoofs she's done. I'm kind of surprised she hasn't, actually.
She may have. Like, maybe we just didn't dive deep enough, but she may have. So before we go to our next guest, I did reach out to some of the members of our of the Waterfall and ask them to send in some videos. So a few people did, and the first video is of what their favorite part of 2021 was. So people in the audience, before we play this, if you can type in your favorite thing that happened in 2021, maybe we can come back and read a few. Drew, you think about it too. So this is some of our members telling us what they enjoyed most about 2021.
Hey Waterfall, it's Faith. My favorite thing about 2021 was I got my 2 fur animals. Marmalade and Edsel.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's Jacob here. My favorite part of last year was reconnecting with my cousin after 10 years. And if you know anything about me, you know my family is important to me. And that was one of the best things that ever happened to me last year.
Some moments for me that stick out for 2021 would probably be finally catching up on some pop culture references, mainly The Goonies and Mean Girls. I've never seen those, either one. And I finally read all of Harry Potter and saw all of the movies. So I guess I'm finally tapped into some of the memes and references now, which I'm pretty stoked about.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Drew, what was your favorite part of 2021?
I'm actually, as people do know, I'm actually working with a new LGBT nightclub. It happened near the end of the year. For me, everything's kind of come full circle, and I'm back in my element. I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. Now I know that I think one of our guests has somewhere they need to be. So
yep. Let's get her on.
Yeah, cool.
Let's bring to the stage. We'll go to our next video after Stacey, Quinn, the Duchess. Stacey, Quinn. Hello, Stacey. How are you? Oh, you might be muted though.
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Happy
New
New Year.
We're running a little bit late. We've just been gabbing and just having a really good time. Sorry, baby.
That's okay.
We're gonna get to the gist of things. I've known Stacey for a very long time. Back when she very, very, very first started performing at drag shows, so we could talk forever. But let's just start with the new thing. Do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
Yes, and I always fail them.
Right. So you believe in setting a goal to fail specifically?
Yes.
That's
my goal this year though is I really want to write and produce a song. That is my goal this year.
Excellent.
And I think it's achievable because I have 360 some odd days to do so.
Right. We had actually set a goal for 2020 that we never accomplished. So maybe we can hit that in 2022 too if the world starts to open back up. We won't tell anybody. It involves the performance and it involves Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
So there you go, little tease.
I just wanted to point out, I'm sorry, Christine Neal is in the room. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
We have more trivia later.
We do.
Do you want me to the next one?
Sure.
Stacey, what are you most looking forward to in 2022?
The world hopefully opening back up. My band had a lot of shows lined up, and unfortunately, like the rest of the world, had to cancel them. It is what it is. Like, we need to make sure that everyone stays safe, but at the same time, it still kind of sucks. But we'll get back up and opening.
While you're on the topic of your band, how do they find you on social media? And what's the name of your band?
Oh, my band is Strange Tendency. There they are. There's my guys. And you can find us at Strange Tendency on Facebook and at Strange Tendency on Instagram.
Excellent. So now that you are looking forward to 2022, what is your favorite memory from 2021?
2021? The moment that me and my kids and my significant other, Steven, hiked and accomplished the crack in Killarney. It is a 10-kilometer hike with a really high elevation, and I didn't die. So that was positive.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
We love that for you.
We do. I went to Killarney in 2020 and we drove by that.
Yeah.
I wasn't hiking it. No.
It took us like 4 hours. Yeah. It was brutal. I remember drinking water from a creek because I ran out of water halfway through.
That's crazy.
I think I probably drank worse in my lifetime.
I believe we probably all have. So how did you spend your holidays this year? Christmas, New Year's, those holidays?
So my mom and dad came up from Georgia, and we got to see them over the holidays, which was really nice because before Thanksgiving, I hadn't seen them in 2 years because of COVID. We had a family get together at my sister's, and I spent the Christmas Eve at my sister's with my kids and Steven. And we got to do like the Christmas present opening and everything with all the kids. They were up so early. Quinn was literally looking under the tree at 1:30 in the morning. And then for New Year's, I went and hung out with a friend, a couple friends of ours here in Hamilton. We were supposed to hang out with the band, but one of my bandmates got COVID, so kind of had to just Zoom call him in. Yeah, he's good now.
Good.
I haven't seen him. I'm a little afraid.
So speaking of your year end, just close to the end of the year before the closing of the LGBTQ nightclub, The Well, you were there for an open night and belting out some serious tunes. How did that feel after being?
It was so much fun, and I was so excited that my voice actually worked. I've between colds and everything, it was kind of a little shaky, and I was just like, you know what, let's just give her, and it worked. And it was so good just to be back on a stage by myself, like without my bandmates. I love them, but
yeah, if anybody has the chance to see Stacey sing live, whether it be at open mic night at the Well, or her band, or at a hopefully a live Waterfall Empire show very, very soon, she really is phenomenal. Like, I remember when you first started, you got on stage in this little burlesque outfit and you were so nervous and, you know, you were so timid, and you talked to Stacey before and she's like, she was really, really quiet. And then she got on stage and she belts out this Christina Aguilera song and you're like, where did that come from? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so good. Now, before we let you go, we know you have an appointment to go to. We're going to do a little Rose Nyland trivia. Are you prepared for Golden Girls trivia?
Oh, God.
And again, everybody at home, let's help Stacey out.
Please.
She's young like me.
Just a baby, really. How do you spell Rose's last name? Her last name is Nyland.
Nylan.
You're very close. It is Nylund.
I was not close at all.
You're close.
I need to say my joke one more time today. I know my friends are hating me for saying it, but how does Rose describe spelling her first name? Rose, like a sequence of chairs. Gets me every time. Thank you. I'll be helping.
It's Rose, like a sequence of chairs. Okay, so now Rose talked a lot about her first husband on the Golden Girls. Do you remember his name?
No.
Anybody?
I want to say.
Anybody at home?
Somebody help me.
We're asking a friend.
We're Facebooking a friend. What is Rose's first husband's name?
Let's give a hint. Also,
Charlie. Yeah, someone has said it. They've Charlie.
Thank you for being a friend.
Dusty Balfour.
Now, what I'm just gonna keep going with this, Mr.
Yeah, you're doing good.
What small town I'm practicing for when trivia happens in the new year. So what small town was Rose from? She used to tell a lot of stories. Stacey, you need to watch the Golden Girls.
I really do.
Really, really do. Anybody in the chat have any answers for that? Where was St. Olaf? Dwayne Mills on fire.
Kirsten Glass.
On fire. Now, do you remember where Rose met Blanche in the very first episode of the Golden Girls?
I really need to watch this series.
I'll watch it with you because I love Golden Girls.
Okay.
You and me. I think we're gonna have some time together in the coming up weeks. So
right.
Something to do.
Does anybody in the chat room remember where Blanche and Rose met? I'm going to give it a couple seconds. Bradley, do you remember
where Blanche and Rose met? No.
I do. The supermarket.
Someone just said grocery store in the chat room. That is absolutely right.
That was Benji, the ICP, Ben Stein, the ICP from London, Ontario.
It's Excellent. Way to go, Ben.
Thank you, man. Congratulations on your engagement.
And now,
I think you said.
the last question, because it's a musical question and you were a musical person. What musical instrument was Rose voted most likely to get stuck in?
A tuba?
A tuba is absolutely correct. I don't know what other one it would be. Dinner, chicken dinner. Awesome. Thank you, Stacey, so much for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Band. Give your Facebook and Instagram stuff one more time for your band.
Strange Tendency on Facebook and at Strange Tendency on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stacey. Everybody, keep an eye out for her at a venue near you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. She's lovely.
Love her. She was our songbird. Love her. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. She's crazy talented.
So let's back up a little bit. I know we have another video to play. What was it for?
The video, we have some of our members who were they sent in their New Year's resolutions. So keep in mind, everybody in the chat right now, let's all type them in. What is your New Year's resolution while this video plays?
I love.
Oh, go on.
Well, it's that time of year again. Time to set goals for that up and coming year. This year, I'm really just following along with something I started about 2 years ago. I'm really going to start looking at my life and doing and making choices for myself. This year, I'm going to focus more on my heart. I never fully follow through with things I choose from the inside. I always overthink them and I always second guess them. So I guess my goal for 2022 is to listen and to follow my heart. Hopefully you guys have your own goals, and all the best in 2022.
I never make resolutions. Right now, I am looking forward to tomorrow and making today the very best it can be. I wish you all health and happiness. Much love.
My plans for 2022 are finishing my college diploma at Conestoga College for Rec and Leisure, so then I can graduate, hopefully by August, so then I can get a job in 2022. That's my goal for 2022. Thanks.
So one of my goals for 2022 is to help educate people more about autism and what it's like for me and other adults on the spectrum to live our day-to-day lives.
Those are some excellent Hi, welcome back.
I'm sorry, my Skylar was just being a puppy.
So Drew's resolution is to stay on camera.
Yes. I like sliding in once in a while. I like sliding in.
Those were some excellent resolutions, and I feel like I should change up my "Don't Fight Tigers" resolution now. They were really helpful and very thought out. Wow, people got some plans.
So I guess we're gonna move on to the next segment. It was one of my. I'm so happy y'all decided to bring it back for this reign. Community member of the week. So I'm gonna go on with that. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody at home, check it out. Tonight's community member of the week is His Imperial Sovereign Majesty, Imperial Grandson and Heir Apparent to Queen Mother of the Americas, Nicole the Great, third in line of succession, King Father One for life of the Eastern Provinces of Canada. Chairman to Her Majesty, Queen Mother of Americas, Nicole the Great, Emperor 2, 6, 9, and 16, John Ribson. Throughout the years, John constantly shows excellent leadership skills within court life and business, his generosity to charity and community, but most importantly, the kindness and respect he shows people. John made a $1 million commitment to Hamilton St. Joseph's Healthcare Cancer Research, who has also been a St. Joe's patient for over 20 years after being diagnosed with bladder cancer in 1998. St. Joe's Urological and Oncology Program supports over 2 million people living in South Central Ontario. In 1994, John started his journey with Wendy's restaurant. from manager, trainee, to now CEO and president of many restaurants in the province. He always puts opportunity to the forefront of all community and business endeavors. Recently, John created a new safe place for LGBTQ plus people. In 2018, after a Ticats game with his sister Carol, they took a drive past their old childhood house. As they were discussing memories from their old neighborhood, they noticed a property at 161 Wellington Street North for sale, which used to be the old Wellington House, a place that as a teenager, John would sell newspapers to the customers inside. Being a gay man, he knew Hamilton has always needed a new venue for anyone from the LGBTQ plus community, and thought what a perfect way to give back to his old hometown by providing a safe space for all community members to enjoy. And so it began. The Well Bar Hamilton shines bright as the city's newest all-inclusive safe space. The sky is the limit as the team builds the Well brand across Canada and the United States. From brunches to bingos, game nights, and more, be sure to check out the early evening cabaret drag shows featuring Steeltown's favorites from near and far. The Well Bar and Restaurant is your one-stop party destination. DJs keep the music pumping, while go-go dancers keep the party hot from 11 till 8. Sorry, my staple got caught in my finger. Featuring an all-star team of the best in the biz, the Well Hamilton staff is ready to serve you. On behalf of the membership and community, we thank you. I would also like to remind you, 16 was your best reign. Excuse me. Thank you, John Ribson, this week's Community Member of the Week.
I knew I wanted to become a Wendy's franchisee day one. I really enjoyed the brand. I enjoyed the products and the quality and the slogan, "We don't cut corners." I began with Wendy's as assistant manager for a franchisee in the Ancaster area. A year later, I was promoted to general manager. And then in 1999, I was promoted to district manager, and I also became part owner of one of the locations he was buying from corporate. And then 2008, I purchased 4 restaurants, and then I've grown today to 37 restaurants. I've grown a lot as a person, and so I'm always remembering where I came from and that I was that assistant manager back in the day when I started in the restaurants. And I think that's important to the employees because I've done those jobs, so I can relate to what they do each day. And I think that's the biggest benefit I have as the leader. We provide all the tools and resources for them to be successful in their job each day and provide them a fun environment to come into work each day. So I'm always looking for the next opportunity and where can the next location be, and making sure that we make the right decisions and we grow the brand and we grow the company and we give more opportunities to all of our employees.
Congratulations, John Ribson, on being our Community Member of the Week.
Yeah, excellent.
So I think it's time to bring on our next guest.
Yay!
It's quite possibly one of my favorite people on the planet. Please welcome Belbo, also known as Darryl, also known as Macy Manolo. Hello, Belbo.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am very well. Miss Drew, Happy New Year. I haven't seen you. Oh, wait, have I seen you? Yeah, I have at the well. Never mind. No, I haven't. So yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
last year, old years.
Last year, I saw you at some point, whatever. But you're doing well?
I'm doing well. It's always great to see you. How are you in San Diego doing?
We are doing very well, thank you. Yeah, just well, enjoying, what is this, day 2 of lockdown. So not the most exciting of things. We're kind of annoyed that the gyms are closed, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the gym is not, that really hurt me.
Yeah, it really hurt me too. Yeah.
I think the only 2 people in the court system who are mad are myself and Nikki Chin.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So let's start things off with your New Year's Eve. How was your New Year's Eve, and did you do anything special?
New Year's Eve was lovely. It was pretty chill. My friend Piper came down from Toronto. So we see her every now and then, and you know, she didn't have anything to do, so she came down. And our friend Jenny came from Hamilton, and the 4 of us just hung out here at the house, and we had little canapes and snacks, and ended up getting excessively intoxicated. And yeah, we went to bed at 4 a.m. So that was the latest I've been up in, like, I don't know when the last time was. Maybe like what was it called? What did Claudia do last year? It was called like After Dark or Divas After Dark or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Facebook Live. I remember one time we were up until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but other than that, I can't remember the last time I've been up that late. But it was fun, you know. It was very low key. It was very chill. Our big like canapes and snacks and all that crap. But our main dinner, we had like 4 or 5 different types of salad, which sounds really dumb, but like we didn't want to have all the heavy food because over the holidays, that's all you do is you just keep eating and eating and eating and eating. So we had like a Caesar salad, a kale salad, a Greek salad, the dill salad from Costco. Yeah. Oh, right. So it was nice. How was yours? What did you all do? Well, and actually, you were at the well. You were both at the well.
We did that night. We did an early countdown, and I should have been in bed by midnight, but I made it to 1 a.m. that night, so it's good. So I got 2 little countdowns. I got 2 glasses of champagne throughout the evening, so it was okay. It was good. It was a good night for me.
Awesome. Well, it's fun when you get to, well, people say, no, I don't want to work on New Year's if you're working like in food and beverage or whatever the case, but it's kind of easier to do that. So you don't have to make all these elaborate plans. And so often when you make all these grandiose, plans with everyone, you're disappointed at one point, right? So if you have to work, it's kind of like, it's kind of written for me what I'm going to do. And I know I'm going to have to do it. So I'll make the best out of it.
Yeah.
I made grandiose plans for New Year's, but I got sucked into a little working. So.
Thanks, baby.
I love you.
You never say no to me.
No, I can't. Well, you never say no to me, so it works out well. So are you a resolutions person?
No. I really used to be. And then I was just like, these suck.
Have you ever made a resolution that you kept?
Yeah, probably about 4 years ago, I said I need to get in shape. So then I got a membership at Good Life Fitness, and then I went down that rabbit hole, and here I am still.
Looking great, I must add. Fantastic. You're looking fantastic, I must add.
Darryl doesn't do anything half-assed, mind you. So when he sets his mind to something, he's all in. So he's like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to learn everything. I'm going to become an instructor. I'm going to buy the gym. I'm going to be the world's best aerobics teacher ever. And that's exactly what he's done. Except maybe he didn't buy the gym. But
no, I didn't buy
I won't go to one of his classes because he's insane. I'm so scared that I don't have that kind of energy and I will just cry. So, but I've been to a class with him in it.
I should be teaching a class right now. But
well, thank you for doing this.
Nope.
Thursday nights. I know that. I actually knew that. Thursday nights you do that whole exercise thing.
Claudia calls it the whole jump up and down. But
jump up and down thingy that you do, yeah. So let's look back a little bit on 2021, Darryl. And what is your favorite moment from 2021?
Oh, there were actually a couple. Like, even though it was the pandemic and it still is, there were still some good things that happened. One of them, I'm so excited, and I've been so pleased to do Drag It to Brunch with Claudia and our Queens and Cocktails, or Drag It to Dinner, and that kind of stuff. So that I don't know, just I love being with my BFF, and for us to have those opportunities to host those events, that was big. That was so much fun. Yeah. I'm enjoying the fact that we haven't done one in 2 weeks. So I have a beard. Yours looks great too, Miss Drew. Your beard looks bad.
Oh, I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you soon.
Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see everyone. I was supposed to be doing a show with Claudia on the 20th and the 27th at the Well, but maybe another time.
Rebooked.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? It is what it is, and we just have to kind of go along with it, right? If you're gonna follow the rules, get your vaccinations, and do that kind of good stuff.
I actually got vaxxed to the max today.
Yay! That's exciting. On Thursdays, I work in a pharmacy and a methadone clinic, so it was quite busy with people wanting to get their boosters, which is really exciting to see the interest. But also there's a lot of people coming in, and you have to have an appointment to get it, unfortunately, right now. But a lot of people were walking and saying, "Can I get it?" And they're like, "No." It is what it is. But, you know, it's happening slowly but surely.
We'll get there. I just see Empress Carry Me Away has entered the building. Hi, Carrie.
So
do you want to say?
Sorry,
go ahead. I think I missed the script. I think I missed that question. I was about to play that game with you. But
yeah, let me ask one more question of Darryl, though.
Okay.
So what is coming up? Well, actually, maybe two. What's coming up in 2022 with First Positive Living Niagara? And as well as Pride Niagara, one of our charities from this year, Positive Living, one of our charities from last year.
Well, everything is like COVID dependent, right? And that's the frustrating thing. So with Positive Living Niagara, definitely we want to see people. We want to get out in the.
Sorry.
It's true.
We'll let the dogs out.
But yeah, so we just want to get out in the community and do face-to-face outreach. Everything has been online, especially for myself. Like I'm on all of the hookup apps and that kind of stuff. So doing a lot of outreach there, but being able to see the community and really interact and have that person-to-person connection, that's something that we are really, really wanting to do. Our prep clinic, Niagara's prep clinic, has been doing very well. We have, Quest Community Health Center. It is with us now, and we just want to build this prep program, and I want to get as many people as possible who are at risk on prep to make sure that we can, we can take the proper steps, and hopefully one day HIV will be a thing of the past.
Absolutely. And anything coming up with Pride Niagara?
COVID dependent, that's the thing. I know that there's a drag queen story time happening virtually on Family Day, which is February 22nd. It's going to be with Claudia, Macy, and Ravenous Claw. Nice. That'll be really fun. Hopefully there'll be some drag brunches. Hopefully some drag it to dinners, all that kind of fun stuff. Our Pride in the Park, our whole Pride Week, we don't know. So, we're not having any solid plans just yet. But hopefully we can, get some fabulous drag race performers, showcase our amazing drag community here in our 2S LGBTQ plus community as well. We had to postpone the event with BOA back in December because of Ms. Rona. So hopefully we can get BOA in sooner and we can just, get that ball rolling again. Because once the momentum builds, then we can just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And then we can see everyone again. And it'll be fantastic just to party as a community.
Well, I
just want to piggyback on that too, to let you know, because I'm being in one of our charities from last year, because things we want to present you money soon, just with things being postponed. It's just been that thing. But soon, February, I'm hoping. I have something in mind. I'll be in touch.
I love it. And then personally, for something I'm looking forward to in 2022, Rhode Island. We need to get to Rhode Island. It's my favorite coronation ever in life. And my hotel room's already booked. So it cannot get canceled. We need to get across the border if we have somehow. We just need to get to Rhode Island this year in April.
Chantel's in the back room. She needs to get to Rhode Island as well.
Yes, you do.
I'll be in Calgary. I won't be joining you in Rhode Island, but I've never been to Rhode Island.
Divide and conquer.
It's going to be the enigma of my life that one day I'll get to Rhode Island.
Rhode Island is a game changer for me. That has been my favorite. But I've gone, I think, for 15 years. We've been to Rhode Island, and except for the past 2 because of the pandemic.
Right. I have plans to go in the summer, but not to the coronation. But that's awesome. But Darryl, can you stick around and do a little thing with me? We found 15 of the best resolutions on Twitter.
Okay.
And I thought we could take turns reading some.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's, I believe that I'm going to read the first one because I think out of the 3 of us in the room, I'm the one that can really get behind this resolution. So Chantel, this past year I went to the gym 4 times. My New Year's resolution is to cut that number in half.
Doug Ford's New Year's resolution was to go to the gym too, but right when it was time for him to go, he had to shut it down.
Right? Yeah, it seems like it's handy, isn't it? It's handy. Okay, next one. Drew, you want to read this one?
I'm trying to complete my 2021 New Year's resolution list. To sum it up, I have 25 hours to lose 38 pounds. Seriously, suggestions only, please. 25 hours.
Taco
You
Bell.
gotta
I'll
love
get
a
that
resolution that's asking for serious suggestions only. Let's go with the next one. Darryl, you can read this one.
Okay. My resolution for 2022 is to do so much yoga that my friends start to hate me for it. True. The last time I did yoga, someone farted in the studio when we were doing a downward dog, and I lost it. And I haven't been to yoga since because I got the giggles.
The last time I went to yoga, we got to that meditation part at the end, and I woke myself up snoring, so I never went back. So out cold. Okay, next one. My New Year's resolution is to be more efficient, so I'm giving up on it right now instead of wasting all January acting like I can achieve it. So there you go.
Fair.
Perfect. Next one, Chantal. Drew?
I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because you can start a healthy habit and give up 3 days later, any time of the year. It's true.
Very true.
True.
Very true.
That is true.
I always try. Go ahead, Darryl.
Okay. Telling people your New Year's resolution so you'll be accountable is a great way to find out that no one cares about your resolution. Exactly. Who cares? Who cares?
I like the idea of accountability, but it doesn't work on Facebook. It doesn't work on Twitter. It doesn't work on Instagram. People, I think, wish you to fail.
Did you say, I didn't pay attention at the beginning of the broadcast because I was eating dinner, but do you have a resolution for this year, Bubble?
Me?
Yeah.
It was to stop lying and to stop fighting tigers. But actually, what it is, actually, I'm going to try and go all the way vegan this year. Slowly. I'm going to get there. Cut out all the meat products. And I had another one too, actually. I thought about it, and I started doing this kind of in the summertime where because of the pandemic and because we don't have time to see people and we can't really be close with someone, if I'm going to take the time to hug someone, I'm going to mean it.
That's beautiful.
Thanks. I try, Actually, I read it. No, I'm just kidding. I actually came up with one on my own.
Mr. What about you? Do you have a resolution?
Well, my original thought was I'm going to try and match my socks more, but like I said, no, that's not going to happen. No, I'm gonna laugh more. I'm gonna put myself in environments where I laugh more. Like it's laughing and having a good time is so therapeutic. I'm gonna really take care of myself in that aspect a bit. Just put myself in positive situations more.
Well, I've got lots of comments that I'll just send you privately.
Okay.
Maybe that'll make you laugh. Might be at Shannon's. Sorry, Jen.
It's okay.
Awesome.
I'm good with it. All right, next one, Chantal. As a parent, and I am a parent, my only New Year's resolution is to give less than 30% of my salary in 2016 to the Disney Corporation. So whoever wrote this, if you have young children, this is absolutely correct.
Have you seen that new Disney movie online?
No.
It's on Disney Plus. Encanto. It's beautiful. It's such a great movie.
Yep. No, I haven't seen it, but I've probably given the cost of a small house to the Disney Corporation over the years. Easily. Absolutely. Next one, Chantal. That's the same one. New Year's Eve as a parent is mostly telling our kids to dream big while we lie unshowered and bloated on couches we fall asleep on by 9 p.m. Hashtag goal. Hashtag New Year's Eve goal.
What time did you go to sleep at?
This year, actually, I got home a little bit late because I did spend the evening with Drew and Claudia. And Claudia got on a focus, we'll say, that she could not get away from.
Claudia.
So it's still going, to be honest. Unfortunately, someone in the vicinity forgot that her ward, Sean, you're familiar with Sean, her ward.
Yeah.
They said, Sean who? And she lost it. And it's still going.
I heard this story the other night.
Yeah. I'm sure you have.
Should we hear some more right now? Or are they going to mute me in the background?
Maybe, yeah. Hashtag poor Sean. That's what's happening right now.
Stephanie Weiss. She's the culprit right there.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sending me all those court emails. I'm really feeling loved and respect.
Okay, next tweet.
New Year's resolutions: be more patient with the kids. 10 a.m. January 1st. Listing them on Craigslist for free. Yeah.
I can say that that's probably pretty accurate too.
This is fun.
New Year's resolution is to make a parenting mistake every now and then so my kids begin to understand that people aren't perfect.
Just don't
I
leave
wrote
your
that one.
kids sleeping upstairs while you go to Paris.
It's true.
Home alone.
My New Year's resolution is to be less of an outright bitch and more of a secret bitch. What the hell? How did I get that one?
I think you're definitely more of a secret bitch, Miss Drew.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think you have to. I don't think you have to try.
I like to tell my
I think-
secrets.
I think that should be my New Year's resolution.
No. We like you as an outright bitch.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I love you, Bilbo. Is that it? Oh, there's one more. My resolution for 2022 is to refer to myself less often as trash and more often as recycling, because at least my nonsense is eco-friendly and sustainable.
That.
Trash.
We're recycling, yeah.
Recycling.
Daryl.
Oh my gosh. My New Year's resolution is to try and put less than 4 chapsticks through the washer and dryer next year. Oh my God. Fun story. Positive Living Niagara has the best chapstick, and I just pulled it out of my pocket here, and they do go into the washer. See, it's fine in the washer. It's just not good in the dryer.
I'm not good with chapstick, but I've already pulled one key fob out of the dryer this year.
Do you ever put money in the washer?
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. And I'm worried because if it goes to the dryer, apparently the new money melts.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Drew?
Sharon, okay. My New Year's resolution is to have healthier thought patterns because right now someone can text me okay instead of okay. I'll be in my head assuming they hate me and are praying for my untimely demise.
I probably should have read that one. I feel seen.
Yeah.
I feel a little seen. My New Year's resolution is to be more patient. I hope I accomplish this as fast as possible.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So much fun.
Excellent. Is there any more, Chantal?
I think we're good.
Is Chantal and Stephanie Bice in your backyard there, Miss Drew? Are they
No,
behind
Chantal is in our backyard. She is in the back room.
Divide and conquer. That's what we do.
Yes.
Cute.
So awesome. But thank you so much for joining us today, Daryl.
Well,
It's hard to call you Daryl.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's really weird they told me that.
Love you.
Thank you for having
All of
me.
it, love you, Santiago.
Will do. I can't wait to see you all soon and all the court people. And yeah, it'll be fun. And I want to perform at one of your shows coming up, not virtually, because I hate virtual.
Yes. And you're already on there. Oh, bye, Daryl. Oh. So
It was like that movie where people are on the airplane and then they just disappear.
Yeah.
What's the name of that movie? Do you remember? I think it was called Airplane, actually.
I think it was Lee Nielsen.
Maybe. Okay, I think we're winding down almost to the end of the show.
We are almost to the end of the show. We do have a little more Rose Nyland trivia. Let's just do a couple of them to see if anybody remembers. What role did Betty White originally audition for on The Golden Girls? Do you know?
I just read the script, so yeah. Everybody at home, if you know the answers, put it in the comments. We want to see. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give the answer. Blanche.
Could you see Betty White as Blanche? Probably. I think it would have been too close to her Suzanne Niven's role, though.
Yeah, they really. Steve Mack got it right.
Good for you, Steve.
Hi,
Actually,
Steve.
a lot of people got it right.
Yeah, Jake
Seeing
did
at
too.
least 4. I'm going to skip ahead. Do we remember what business did Rose and the girls open in the spin-off Golden Palace?
I didn't watch those ones.
It only lasted for a year. And Don Cheadle was in it. He was great. Someone said, hi, Miss Brew.
Hi, Steve Mack. Oh, right. So that
Anybody?
I think it was.
Yes, Taylor got it right. It was a hotel.
I think Taylor was from that era too. So.
Yeah, it's old enough to remember. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we've got coming up as we end the show, some of the upcoming events that we have for the Waterfall Empire. Friday night, we're bringing back the check-in, folks.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. So I'm going to host this week. Hopefully, I tried to figure out how to make the room work. I'm going to practice, and I'm going to make it work for this Friday. So join us at 7 p.m. for a check-in for the Waterfall Empire.
And I missed doing this with you. We still don't have our dance yet.
No, I know. We'll get it. We'll get it this year. I'm going to bring you in for this one. Spin Twin is back. So I did launch it a couple months ago, and then I lost access to the page. So tomorrow, or actually tonight, you should see a brand new Spin to Win page. So if you're on the old one, there'll be a link. Please join the new page. It'll be public, and people can join it, and we can share stuff much more easily accessible. And maybe I'll remember the password so I can make changes. I wrote them down. So Spin to Win is back starting, and we do have a full wheel ready to spin. So let's fill up the last two, and we'll spin all three at once.
Excellent. Now, this next one, I have questions. I have a lot of questions about this one.
This one should be interesting. This is a telethon happening on Facebook Live next Saturday. Not next Saturday. Yeah, I guess next Saturday, January 15th. It's going to go from noon until about 5, hosted by myself and Emperor Buck Wild. Now, Buck is coming up concocting, planning, plotting. I don't know what word you want to use. But he's plotting things for me to do, and we're going to set a monetary value to those things.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Buck is going to set the amount, or he's going to set the task. We're going to set an amount. Once we reach that level of donations, then I have no choice but to do whatever it is Buck has assigned me.
Now that is friendship. That is trust.
That is stupid. I mean, yeah, Buck is my best friend. You know, I trust him inherently with anything I own and all of those things, but not my safety. That's the one thing I don't trust him with. So we'll see. And certainly not with my embarrassment level. Like, he's going to make me embarrassed. Like, that's going to be his goal. So I'm happy about it, and I'm not happy about it. But have your money ready. Like, people, I'm telling you, it's gonna be something. We'll see. And it's gonna go for like 5 hours. We're just gonna run it all day until we're tired or I'm physically harmed to the point where I can't go on anymore. That's when we're gonna end it. So
awesome.
January 23rd, we have the Imperial Investiture coming up, and this is where we are going to title all of your pets, whether it be dogs, cats, hamsters, lizards, whatever. You send in the picture, $1 donation, and your pet will be titled for the reign.
What is prairie oyster?
I don't know.
Should we Google that, or is that like a waffle thing?
Don't ever Google anything like that. Okay, so after that, coming up, being produced by ICP, Felton B. Bender, as well as myself, we are going to do dueling duets. So anybody who is interested in performing in this show, please PM either myself or Felton Bender on Facebook, or send the Waterfall Empire and empire@gmail.com, letting us know that you are interested in participating. In the past, dueling duets has always been you sign up and we assign you a partner and a song. The partner you don't know until you land on stage, and the song you know obviously to learn. However, because of COVID, we are going to plan for virtual or possible live, in which case sign up with a partner, but we pick the song.
Super fun.
Yeah. Usually outside of your bubble. I have agreed to do a number with Felton Bender that night, and in the spirit of the game, ICP Ariana Fluvenflagen will be assigning us that song. And I'm a little worried because I have made Ariana Fluvenflagen do a lot of things in the past that she's not necessarily been okay with.
What's that saying? Paybacks are something.
Paybacks are something. There's something. Yeah, exactly. And
Excellent.
last but not least, stay tuned. We're going to start doing trivia nights at the Well in the new year as soon as it opens back up, hosted by myself and your Empress Katana. sometimes some of the members of the upper house. But we're going to host different themed trivia. No, I would say night, but it'll probably be during the day, where you're going to come in and make a donation, and we're going to have a great time playing trivia and hopefully have some draws and things like that, and test our knowledge of all things pop culture.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
I'm very excited.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh my goodness. I love saying this because all these times you've told me dance, dance, dance. I guess it's time for me to say that to you.
Yes, we're going to actually play an old clip though, because I am in a very small space, so I can't really perform live. Plus, I'm horrible at it. Let's be real. I am playing a clip because Monro is in the back room, and I love Monro. And Monro suggested that I do this song. So this is a repeat of my step down as ICP 26 in Miss Drew's year.
And I just want to, before you dance, I just want to remind everybody at home, if you're enjoying yourself tonight, we are raising money for 4 amazing charities this evening. You just PayPal Waterfall Empire paypal.me/Waterfall Empire or waterfallempire@gmail.com. No password is required. Please welcome to your living room, their Imperial and Sovereign Majesty, Emprex 27 Nathans. Which comes first?
Silva
Drake!
Give us your money!
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stay, if you can reach out your hand, and oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. you will be found.
Hi.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Some of my favorite people in the world in that video. And Sean. So that was Sean. Sean.
It was beautiful. Wow.
Thanks.
I know we're gearing up to close to the end of the show, but before I want to thank you for having me this week. I know we want to thank our writers Stephanie and Chantel for some content, the amazing content they put out, and Chantel's in the back room. And I know we have Faith back there helping with comments. All of our guests have been amazing. They were in last year as well, so it was so nice to catch back up with them, wasn't it?
Yeah, and this is truly the first one that I've really been a part of outside of a guest, and it really does take a village of people.
Yeah, and I think we have some plans coming up in the future, especially for everybody that doesn't know, Ontario's kind of went into a mini lockdown for some of the hospitality folks out there, and so we just wanted to get this opportunity. We've been doing it once a month. Now we're going to do it a little more often while we're going through this, so we can be there together. And I just want to say kudos. I'm so happy you're bringing back the Friday night check-in. I know for myself, and I was part of them last year, it was really good for me mentally and emotionally, and to have that contact. So I just think it's excellent. So good on you.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. And looking forward to touching base with everybody. It seems like it's been so long and so short all at the same time. But I think we'll all do well with getting together to chat again.
Fantastic. Now, before we do our last dedication, do you want to remind the folks at home about the challenge that you're putting forth?
Yes. Okay. So we actually haven't done this yet. We would like to challenge the Diamond Courts to take part in the hashtag Betty White Challenge. And collect money between now and her birthday. Her birthday is on the 17th of January, and donate it to a local pet charity of your choice.
So everybody at home, do us a favor. Let's tag our Diamond Monarchs. From London, we have Rick Renault, Daniels Dubarry. Out of Buffalo, we have Peggy and her amazing emperor, David, Skylar. And out of Toronto, we have David and Rochelle.
Yes. So tag them, and challenge them and their courtiers to raise money for an amazing pet charity of their choice on behalf of Betty White. And maybe we'll announce investiture and see where we're at. This is the Betty White Challenge. So once all of our members have donated, make sure that you are tagging yourself and posting about it, and hashtag Betty White Challenge and hashtag I donated. If you're not sure where you want to donate it to, we will make it so you donate it to later on today. You can always, I know, he's like, donate it to me. I'm a pet. We will we'll put that information out on Facebook today, and yeah, we'll do some good for some pets out there on behalf of the late great Betty White.
Fantastic. And, I just wanted, there's some people in the comments.
By the way, thank you to Taylor for bringing up this idea. ICP Tay, thank you so much. It's a great idea.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments. They started a little trend going on. Who's donated? Christine Neal and Stacey, and thank you to everybody that's been donating tonight and who always donates and who have been the entire ring. It's incredible.
We appreciate it when you give me money. Thank you.
Yes. All right, let's do this. Hit it, Your Majesty.
Excellent. Betty White's career stretched 79 years. She made her TV debut in 1939, shortly after graduating high school, breaking a Guinness World Record for longest entertainment career for a woman.
Situation Comedies, her own walk variety show in the early days of television, has been a hit in every venue through every decade in which she has worked in the business.
Betty has some Canadian roots. Her maternal grandmother was from Wingham, Ontario, where she met her husband. Records show they eventually immigrated to Chicago around 1880.
Jeanette MacDonald was her idol and made her want to go into show business.
Betty did an audition at a local station seen by to co-host his new show with him. Her first TV role was a live 5.5 hours long, 6 days a week live TV show.
Betty was a hit and was eventually approached to star in her own series, Life with Elizabeth, with Del Moore. Betty was also a producer of the show, making her one of the first female producers in the business.
NBC would reach out to Betty to ask her to do a variety talk show called The Betty White Show. Her show enjoyed much popularity on a national level. Despite this, she was criticized by many in the southern states for having Arthur Duncan, a black tap dancer, on her variety show and asked to remove him. Duncan had gotten his start with Betty touring for the show and was very dear to her. So her response was, "I'm sorry, live with it." She then gave Duncan even more airtime. Her show was canceled soon after.
Betty White loved game shows and was dubbed the first lady of game shows. She was featured on so many as What's My Line, Pyramid, Password, and Match Game, just to name a few. But many people don't realize she also hosted one of her own, Just Men, for which she became the first and only woman to win an Emmy Award for hosting a game show.
Her second husband was the love of her life, Alan Ludden. Game show host, producer Alan met Betty in 1961 on his game show Password, and they were immediately drawn to each other, or as Betty was quoted saying, "We dug each other a lot." He would constantly send her notes to woo her, and by the end of the first year, he wouldn't say hello to her. Rather, he'd say, "Will you marry me?" Much to her exasperation. For another year, she resisted his advances and proposals of marriage until the following Easter, and eventually did marry him. Quoted as saying she regretted the year she refused to marry him since she felt she had lost that year to be with him.
Eventually, she joined the cast of The Mary Tyler Moore Show as Sue Ellen Nevin. She was only supposed to make a one-time appearance in the fourth season, but was so widely popular, she was brought on as a regular cast member. When asked about her character on the show, she stated, "Of course, I love Sue Ann. She was so rotten. You can't get much more rotten than a neighborhood nymphomaniac." I know a few. She would eventually win 2 or 3 Emmys for the role.
During the 70s and 80s, Betty was a regular guest on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, including skits where he played Tarzan and another skit, Adam, both instances featuring scanty costumes. "I was Jane, I was Eve in the Garden of Eden," she told USA Today in 2011. "I told Johnny, every time you want to take your clothes off, you call me to help you out." She and Carson came together in live television. The same producer discovered Betty, John, and Liberace at the same time.
When cast for the Golden Girls, she originally auditioned for the role of Blanche Devereaux, but this decision was made to switch her role with Rue McClanahan character Rose Nyland to avoid Betty playing another character similar to her Sue Ellen character. She would end up winning her 3rd Emmy for her role as Rose Nyland.
In one episode of The Golden Girls, Betty's character had a scare with HIV from a blood transfusion. Her character tackled myths surrounding the stigmatized disease. The show also addressed racism, sexuality, addiction, marriage equality, and other social issues.
Betty was very close to Deliverance and would go out on dates with him. Aside from being the occasional beard for her friend, Betty was a big supporter of the Elton John AIDS Foundation and the LGBTQ+ organizations.
Resurgence in popularity came when she did a roast of William Shatner. People were taken aback from the sassiness. This led her to doing more pop culture things such as the Super Bowl commercial for Snickers, and hosting SNL after an online petition to bring her onto the show was circulated.
This would eventually get her a role on Hot in Cleveland. Once again, Betty's character was only supposed to be on the pilot episode, but they recognized right away the chemistry with the cast was perfect, and they were quick to offer her a lead role with the rest of the cast.
Aside from her career in film and TV, Betty was an animal lover and an animal activist above all else, and sometimes claimed she only kept working so she could take care of her animal friends. Even wrote a children's book called Betty and the Zoo as an expression of her love of animals. White worked with the Morris Animal Foundation and the LA Zoo for decades, and in 2012, she received the National Humanitarian Medal from the American Humane Organization. "You can always tell about someone by the way they put their hands on an animal," White said on a different occasion. However, in true White cheeky fashion, she said in an interview last year, "Animal lover that I am, a cougar I am not."
Betty White was a strong supporter of the LGBTQ+ community. I don't care who anybody sleeps with, she said in a 2010 interview. If a couple has been together all that time and they're gay relationships that are more solid than some, they're more solid than some of the heterosexual ones. I think it's fine if they want to get married. I don't know how people can get so anti something. Mind your own business, take care of your own affairs, and don't worry about other people so much.
White's advocacy for the LGBTQ community quickly cemented her icon status among the community, and when asked about it in 2011, she said, "Throughout my career, I've always portrayed characters that were humorous, but also weren't afraid to speak their minds, especially when it came to racy or controversial topics. I think this struck a chord with the LGBT community."
Mr. Luis Salazar on Instagram, what has been the significance of the gay community in your career, and what do you have to say to those against gay advances like gay marriage and the like?
Oh, I don't care who you sleep with, whom you sleep with. I don't, it's what kind of a human being are you?
I've never understood why people have...
I don't understand. It's such a personal, private business and none of mine.
You're so right.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Mr. again, for helping out with the hosting duties this evening.
Thank you. Hashtag Team Waterfall Empire.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe. There's no music.